Going to try this again. Going to read from the greatest book ever written. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. It's fabulous. Ahem. It's beaten to shit. It's very poor condition. I got it 8 years ago. 8 or 9 years ago. Okay. Chapter 1. The Boy Who Lived. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say that they were perfectly normal, thank you very much. They were the last people you'd expect to be involved in anything strange or mysterious because they just didn't hold with such nonsense. Mr. Dursley was the director of a firm called Grunnings, which made drills. He was a big, beefy man with hardly any neck, although he did have a very large moustache. Mrs. Dursley was thin and blonde and had nearly twice the usual amount of neck, which came in very useful as she spent most of her time craning over garden fences, spying on the neighbors. The Dursleys had a son called Dudley, and in their opinion there was no finer boy around. The Dursleys had everything they ever wanted, but they also had a secret, and their greatest fear was that somebody would discover it. I suck at reading out loud, don't I? I know. It's horrible. Okay. They didn't think that they could bear it if anyone found out about the Potters. Mrs. Potter was Mrs. Dursley's sister, and they hadn't met in several years. In fact, Mrs. Dursley pretended that she didn't have a sister because her sister and her good-for-nothing husband were as un-Dursleyish as it were possible to be. The Dursleys shuddered to think of what would happen if shuddered to think of what the neighbors would say if the Potters arrived on their street. The Dursleys knew that the Potters had a small son, too, but they had never seen him. This boy was another good reason for keeping the Potters away. They didn't want Dudley mixing with a child like that. I'm gonna stop now. See if it uploaded. The bitch.